For many years, my favorite country in the world has been located in North America, a place known for its diverse landscapes, including crystal clear beaches and untouched jungles. Its spicy and flavorful food has reached every corner of the globe, and its music has taken over radio stations with great popularity. However, the country is not without its challenges, as it also faces deeply rooted issues. In this two-part series, I want to share insights that other bloggers have not covered. Let's start with the capital of this remarkable country. Vamos! We are once again on the other side of the world. I want to introduce you to my personal favorite, the land of tacos, mariachi, cerveza, and pyramids. Welcome to Mexico. We are beginning this adventure at the Teotihuacan pyramids, 1 hour outside of Mexico City. This is not the largest pyramid in the world, however, this is one of the most well-preserved complexes that I've seen at least. The ruins of the ancient city are definitely spectacular. However, nobody knows who built this complex and its pyramids, although there are a few assumptions. What is known is that the Aztecs discovered the ruins in the 15th century and resettled the area around them, giving its current name Teotihuacan, which means the place where the gods were created. For the Aztecs, the pyramids were sacred sites associated with cosmic creation myths, and their descendants still live in the area today. So let's go try to meet them. That's enough of exploring ruins. Now it's time to do something fun. But before we leave this place, let's get one of those cool animal souvenirs. Hola. ¿Qué es esto?
Flauta.
Can you do it?
Es águila.
This is what I just bought, and that's for you. If we never met and you don't know me personally, and you want this pretty cool piece from Mexico, then write on my Instagram in the private messages your address and I will ship it directly to you for free.
No, ¿de dónde vienes?
Soy de Rusia.
Ah, Rusia.
Sí.
Rusia, Germany, ¿no? Rusia.
No, Moscú.
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 Oh, ya. Teotihuacan, muy tranquilo.
Sí. Y aquí todo personas indígenas viven en San
Sí,
Juan, San
también.
Martín.
La localidad,
Okay.
el rumbo.
¿Indígenas de Aztecs o otra?
No, ya mestizos. Mucha historia.
¿Cuántas personas vives en San Juan?
San Juan, unas 800,000. Sí, es mucha gente. Hay un campo militar.
Ajá.
Muchísima gente en campo militar.
We just drove 3 kilometers away from the center of the pyramids, and now we're in one of the settlements called San Juan de Teotihuacan. And this town, just like others, are built on ancient archaeological ruins, but at that time they didn't really care about it as much as today. So now we have this beautiful town. Before we head out to Mexico City, let's grab some food here. Let's see if we can find something special.
Gordita es esta, mira.
¿Tostada esta?
Ajá.
Ok, 2 tostadas.
¿De qué te la hago? De pollo, de pata, picadillo.
Picadillo y pollo. Gracias. ¿Y tienes beber?
Sangría.
No alcohol.
No tiene alcohol.
Ah,
Es
no?
un
Okay,
alcohol.
sangria, por favor. This is what we're having for lunch, a local tostada, but with lots of toppings. Let me tell you more about it. Tostada is a fried corn tortilla chip that comes with your choice of meat, vegetables, fermented peppers, sour cream, and of course, salsa. The final product is a burst of flavors that I can't describe. That was a tasty meal. I didn't eat breakfast nor lunch, and this filled me up, but I think one is more than enough. This is the tip in traveling in Latin America. Always go to the local markets to try delicious food for a very reasonable price. Now we're off to Mexico City. I walked to the local terminal to hop on the bus for the capital. The cost was only $3 and it takes about 60 to 90 minutes, depends on the traffic. But the bus was very slow and noisy with live musicians and vendors. I arrived in the northern part of the city in this gigantic bus terminal with a pyramid on top of it. Then walked down to the metro to get to the city center.
¿Un boleto?
¿Te la doy?
Sí. The ticket costs 5 pesos, but you have to buy a card, which is 15. Vamos. Here's an interesting fact about the metro. Every station has a unique, simple icon to help passengers identify their stop because the system was created in 1969. At the time, literacy levels were low, especially among the recent villagers' arrival in the city. This made sure everyone could navigate the system through visual aids without difficulties. It's a very quiet metro system, and that's because it runs on tires. While leaving the metro, I noticed that the station is inspired by the British design. Everything around it relates to Britain and resembles the Underground in London. It's definitely a place worth visiting. I did a 2-minute review that you can find on my channel. After exiting the metro, I stumbled upon something else that surprised me. I was just biking around town. This is my bike. And look what I stumbled into. I was completely shocked when I saw this. Josip Broz Tito, the Yugoslavian leader, the general of the partisan army against the fascists. Oh my God. Does anybody know the story of this statue here in Mexico City? This is quite a rare find. I didn't expect to run into today. After a good night's sleep, I began the day outside the centro, exploring the artisanal market and strolling through the parks. Then I discovered something unique with a complex history. As we get closer to Centro Histórico, you will start seeing a lot of colonial architecture. But what I just stumbled upon is this. A gift from the Chinese Empire. This clock tower was gifted during the last Chinese dynasty, and it was to commemorate the independence of Mexico. It's a pretty cool gift, isn't it? For many years to come, it will be here. While it appears to be an impressive and thoughtful gift from China for Mexico independence, yet there may be an alternative motive behind it. You might be shocked to learn the reason. Let's get to Chinatown and I will share more details. Here's a very useful tip for you here in Mexico. The best way to get around the city if you're staying in the center in Roma or Condesa is to use a bike. And that's because if you use the metro, it gets overcrowded. If you use the taxi, there's traffic and one-way streets. And this is an essential pro tip for you to get around this megacity. Oh, here we go. Welcome to the Chinatown of Mexico City. Before we explore and investigate what it offers, let me give you some dark history of the migration of Chinese in Mexico. Major increase of Chinese population occurred in the late 19th century, partly due to the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act in the US, which pushed many laborers that planned to enter US to settle near the border. During the 1910 Mexican Revolution, nationalist movements fueled xenophobia, leading to violent attacks against Chinese communities. Look up Torreon Massacre. Thus, Chinese gift of the clock tower funded by the Chinese migrants living in Mexico may have been more of a diplomatic gesture than a celebratory one. Let's find out if there are any Chinese here right now. Hola, buenas tardes. Aquí mucha gente vive en China. Aquí o
Aquí no hay gente china.
otra
Ya más allá.
varios.
Este es el único barrio chino.
Oh.
No hay otro.
Solo mexicanos aquí, ¿sí?
Ajá, todo es nomás el barrio chino. De acá de la Ciudad de México es nomás esta calle.
Y antes años nunca
No,
vivían.
nunca ha habido en otro lado más que aquí.
Oh, wow.
Sí,
Muy interesante.
El barrio chino de aquí.
Chino en el norte México, ¿sí? Yes, as I imagine, there are no Chinese people here. This is purely a touristic street. The big population of the Chinese that arrived here 100 years ago are located in the north of Mexico. Therefore, if you want to get some insights into that part of the culture, Chinese/Mexican, you should travel to Mexicali. We are currently walking parallel to the main street in the park, and I would definitely recommend you to be always in that section because here is just a bunch of shops. However, the reason why I'm walking here is to show you this little piece. It's another clock tower, but this is a gift from Ottoman Empire. How cool is that? At the top you can see the star and moon of the Ottoman flag, and also to the right you can see the Lebanese cedar tree that's also on the flag of Lebanon. The clock tower was a gift from the Ottoman Empire for 100 years of independence and gratitude for accepting migrants from the Middle East such as Lebanon, Iraq, Syria and Turkey. On the second centenary, renovations were done and now it's a symbol of solidarity between Turkey, Lebanon and Mexico. The next stop was a mystique and eerie Sonora Mercado, filled with variety of bizarre items. Among the offerings were Native American cultural artifacts, voodoo dolls, love potions, money potions, homemade herbal medicine, live animals, and much more unique and eclectic merchandise. If this sounds intriguing to you, I created a separate video dedicated to the market. Find it, watch it, and share your thoughts.
Fruta natural. Llévate medio litro.
You can see from this perspective how much the market has grown since 1950s. It's endless in all directions. Don't worry, that's not how Mexico City looks like. It's actually one of those parts that's not really well maintained, and it consists of lots of markets here. For example, this flower market has a lot of fake decorative flowers and of course the real ones. However, there isn't anything particular to show as you can imagine. Therefore, let's keep exploring. I don't think I can handle the chaos here anymore, so we should get out from here as soon as possible. However, let me make a point regarding the security. I feel extremely safe. I don't think there's any problems. Also, there's policemen in some corners of the market, and this is much safer than the market I was in Colombia, in Barranquilla specifically. That place, I really felt uncomfortable. I was getting the looks that I never got before. Hola, ¿cuánto cuesta? En tu centro histórico Zócalo.
¿Va al Zócalo?
Sí.
¿Nada más es usted una persona?
Una persona.
70 pesitos.
Okay, vamos. The traffic is pretty hectic here, so I decided to take a bicycle ride. Looks like this guy has an electric bike. It only costs 70 pesos, which is about $3.50. I think that's worth to save some time. The cars never stop here for the zebras. This is a really big minus in the city. We found a very cool mural that is made out of tile and it is depicting the arrival of Hernan Cortes' army, and he's meeting the indigenous and the king at the top, most likely the Aztecs. And this is when all of the Mexico City was on top of the water, since this was one big lake. Nomads, we found the most important monument of Mexico. According to the myth, the Mexica people, guided by their god Huitzilopochtli, were instructed to build their city where they saw an eagle on a prickly pear cactus eating a snake. And they saw this occurring at this exact spot, which led to the city's founding in 1325. Oh my god, this is it. We just came to the center of Mexico City. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Wow. The largest church in all of Latin America. The largest flag in all of Mexico. Well, that's what I'm thinking. This is beautiful. And this is where the president lives and works. What you probably are not noticing is that the church and all the buildings around here are not even. Check this out. And the reason for that is Mexico City was built on a dried out lake and the soil is really soft and unstable, and every time the city has earthquake, either the buildings collapse or they just become uneven and half crooked. Just like the presidential palace right in front of me and the main church. As you walk through the colonial streets here in Mexico, you will find many examples of what I just mentioned. I'm worried that the next big earthquake could cause much more damage. Behind me, you can see an Aztec ritual that would purify you from the demons and bring you good luck. And look how many people are in line to participate in this ritual. They don't look like tourists to me. I think they really believe in the ancient religion. I would consider going through the purification process, but I'm not willing to stand in line at the moment. Here are the ruins that were found not too long ago of the ancient civilization. Since when the Spanish came here, they decided to build their churches on top of the most important pyramids and the most important sections of the government. And that's to convince the local population to convert into Catholicism. And now we're gonna enter the main church. It was time to say my last prayers and continue exploring the city. Right outside the cathedral, I spotted more Aztec shamans with their herbal medicine. And nearby, fried crickets were being sold with salt and lemon. Tasty, right? After that, I hopped on the bike to visit the city's central park. Welcome to Park Alameda. This is the heart of the town, where you can find many attractions, including the beautiful main performance hall. A small suggestion, get your tickets in advance if you want to visit it. Then various museums, homes of famous people, and much more. Come by and see it for yourself. However, this time there was something peculiar happening in the park. The Mexican population is very empathetic towards the Palestinian cause. As you can see, most of the city is tagged up with the Palestinian flags. By the way, these Palestinian symbols are positioned right across from the Tolerance Museum that is dedicated for the Holocaust. And outside of the museum, you have a cannabis gathering. That's pretty ironic. You got so much going on over here that is not explainable by logic. Safety in this city should be your last concern. As you can tell, there's tons of cops. When in Mexico City, don't miss Diego Rivera murals. Particularly dream of a Sunday afternoon in the Alameda Central, painted in 1947 at the Hotel del Prado. After the hotel was damaged in 1985 earthquake, the mural was relocated to a museum, built around it, making it a unique experience to admire this historic artwork. The museum also showcases art related to the Spanish conquest. Diego Rivera was one eccentric artist. Not only that, he was also a communist. You can see that through his socialist murals. For example, the one we just saw inside. I think the moment has come and it's enough of Mexico City. I hope you guys liked it so far. So thumbs up and see you tomorrow.